Hey everyone, this is the LEGO Star Wars BARC Speeder Escape Set. I paid $30 US for this. It comes with 221 pieces, and another name for the set that you could use is Jar Jar Guy saves infinitely lovable Grogu character from Order 66. Alternately, you could call it the Coruscant Street Lamp Battle Pack. It comes with a whole one of these, and it is exclusive to the set. The BARC Speeder itself looks a little bit plain without any figures in it. It does have the requisite sidecar piece to hold on to the pram. Now, the pram piece has its own little stand underneath, so that allows it to stand up just on its own, although it's still very, very front heavy. But you can just remove that, and then the studs will line up, and you put it in there, and now this thing looks better, looks, more complete. Let me go ahead and give it a pilot. And there, that completes the look. The BARC Speeder design, the general approach to BARC Speeder design from LEGO is typically, I don't know what that little piece of dust or whatever it is there, is typically just ridiculous with the size. And it has been for a very, very long time. They've made some decent sized, respectable sized BARCs, or at least one in the past, but most of them have been just crazy, crazy long, just oversized. But at least it looks fine. It makes for a perfectly fine toy. It's easy enough to remove the sidecar if you want to just use this by itself. I like the inclusion of so many of the snowshoe, short ski style pieces here. I guess it's more just a short ski. All over it, stud shooters on the front for your play value. Overall, there's really, honestly, not a whole lot to talk about with this, but I did personally find the pieces back here to be a little bit finicky when just holding this and handling it. I can already see that several times I've offset the placement of things. Like this tile piece on either side is held with just one single stud, so it's always going to be off. The sticker white is slightly off, but not too bad. This little decoration right here, I think, is important. This little decoration right here is important. The side ones don't add that much. Really could have had more detail on them or something, and definitely another stud here would have been nice, but that's definitely nitpicking. They've got some inverted tiles underneath here to make sure that it never fully touches the ground, although the front is lower, and you do have the thicker full tile up here at the front that's going to be sitting completely on the ground. Maybe it would have been nice to include like a small stand to elevate this a little bit more, but overall, the whole thing does what it's supposed to do. I hope we'll just never get over the fact that BARC Speeders from LEGO are just huge. The Jedi figure looks good to me. I think that the head sufficiently captures the essence of the look of the actor's face, and just the whole thing is done pretty well. The quality of printing there is nice, and it looks good to me. It also comes with a soft style of cloth piece, which makes it much easier to put the figure onto the speeder or onto just about anything other than standing, and it also makes it easy for you to see the print on the back. These are just two regular generic 501st troopers. Of course, depending upon what community you're from, you probably think that you can never get too many of these, so at the very least, it's not bad to get more of them. They don't have alternate faces. The faces that are there make perfect sense for what they are, and there's just nothing else new to be said about these because they're the same ones that we've had in a few sets now. Grogu, meanwhile, is the exact same main one that we've gotten all of this time since he was first introduced. Spare parts in small sets are rarely anything to really talk about, but you do get a couple of extra studs officially for the stud shooters, and then this is what the sticker sheet looked like, just the four rectangular ones, really easy to apply. Again, this was $30 US, it's 30 euros, 25 pounds UK, or $40 Canadian for 221 pieces with 3.5 minifigures, so to speak. I would have preferred like $25 tops, honestly, just looking at what's in front of me, and clearly they had a little bit of budget left over, which is why this ended up getting made. That's how that works out. There's budget left over. The designers always want to give you as much value as possible. So they could have left that out, but it's kind of their job to fill up the budget. Once the budget is set, everybody should know by now the budget for every set is set well in advance of it being designed, and then each designer's job is to make something that matches that budget based on their internal costs and everything. And that was done successfully here. But if the BARC could have been smaller, then maybe we could have one other figure or a more interesting side build. Also, something to hold on to the weapons, given that this is a lower end set that's honestly made primarily for kids. Clearly, you can just look at it and see that. I would say that adding some clips somewhere that maybe wouldn't have been the best looking thing just would have added a lot to the value of this as a toy. Maybe not a lot, but a noticeable amount, because otherwise what am I going to do with these? Where are they going to go? They're going to have to stay in his hands. Yeah, just a tiny little miss there, but otherwise a perfectly wholesome set representing a very wholesome scene, some very nice redemption. Finally, this poor guy gets to get some respect in the Star Wars universe. As a human being, he doesn't deserve the hate, any of the hate that he got for his portrayal of Jar Jar, although I personally hate the Jar Jar character and its portrayal. Thank you very much for watching. Hope this was of some value to you. I'll find some place to put these and talk to you again soon.